Lumiere is the musical entrance to the Clair Obscure world, ethereal, beautiful, hopeful, but still bleak. This track sets the stage and gives many of us the emotional tones of this game's setting and its characters. It's a lament for a world inflicted with darkness, a prayer for light to continue, and a reflection of the battle between painters. This song to native and non-French speaking individuals may be confusing due to the absence of traditional dialects and the addition of an invented Latin language. Knowing that this game is inspired by Final Fantasy VII and VIII, that's no surprise. My name's Cosmo, I do content on my favorite games, including Expedition 33, and I hope you liked the video. Be sure to watch to the end, share with your friends, and, well, why don't we just take a look at one of the game's best tracks?
Dim, dam, da-di-lam, vacarme, s'en va dans l'oubli éternel. Et Gustave, dom guardiam, dilim, di-di-di-di-dam, lutes serado di-dom, seram. Dim, dim, da-da-da, dim, da-da-da, da-di-dam. Dim dim da 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 dim dim da 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 dim da di dum.
Lumiere bleeds the entire vibe of Expedition 33 with the opening act. The hybrid of childlike gibberish and operatic French plays very ritualistically, a song that's both innocent and sacred, as if sung by a world on the verge of being forgotten, the childlike canvas. There exists a duality amongst many of these tracks. The chiaroscuro, or the Clair Obscure, is a painting technique used for contrasting light and dark. This is precisely what is themed throughout the entire adventure, and what's introduced here. Gustave is the guardian of light, and this song is an excellent introduction to this alongside him. The French word vacarme and the Latin lumi aeternam showcases chaos with transcendence, vacarme meaning uproar and lumi aeternam meaning eternal light. The sound of uproar going into an eternal light may refer to the Clair Obscure itself, darkness trying to overtake the light. This may reference the gommage due to when this track is used. And then we have a complete phrase. Et Gustave dom gardiem and lutes references the main protagonist of Act 1, Gustave, protecting our home. It's a very hopeful lyric, which indicates the adventure we're about to go on will have Gustave be the savior. The term gardiem could be individually referencing memory or guarding memory, a metaphor for Aline and the Descendre family mourning the loss of their son, just overall themes, nothing too specific. But I say this because in the next line, lutes will keep on going, so will the pain. Lutes is the historical name for Paris from the Gallo-Roman period, evoking civilization and art into the picture. This basically gives us in-music parallels to our protagonist and real-world architecture, and it essentially tells us Gustave is here, he will protect our home, our light, our Lumière. Now this verse paints a delicate but scary outlook. For this part, I'm gonna do things slightly different than I have before. I'm gonna look at a few things in isolation and then kind of put it together, so we'll have two different views. We might get more out of it this way. So obviously Renoir is the mysterious man portrayed as the overarching villain in this game. The term là-haut means up above, which might refer to a higher plane such as heaven, a world beyond or outside the canvas, or even the emotional distance between the members of the Descendre family. But more than likely, if we actually expand the entire phrase, it can be translated as soon the sky will be filled with joy, which may refer to the festival that comes before the gommage. See, Lumiere is broken off from the rest of the world from the fracture, and is counting down to utter death via the monolith. The people are trying to be as happy as possible before they meet their untimely end. If we look at this entire phrase, the roofs will happily paint the sky as Renoir would. This refers to receiving unyielding love from Renoir, in this context, it might actually be him killing the inhabitants of Lumiere. This is very dark and scary, as I mentioned before, but the phrase, "the roofs would happily paint as Renoir," is definitely referencing the real-world French painter Auguste Renoir, who's famous for his use of light in his works. And what does Lumière mean in French? Light.
Clair obscur, trouble de rature, trouvera effet. Clair obscur, bordé aux peintures, trouvera sans elle. Clair obscur, trouble de rature, trouvera effet. Clair obscur, bordé aux peintures, trouvera sans elle.
Yup, this is definitely the song's emotional core. The Clair Obscure, a blurred erasure will bend the Eiffel's spine. This line signifies the effect of the battle within the canvas. Throughout the game, we can see just how disjointed and broken everything is, like an apocalypse has befallen everything. The same goes with the famous landmark. The Eiffel's bent with an uncertain future amongst everyone being erased, but instead of it standing tall, it's rotting, it's peeling, it's sinking. This line about guarding or watching over the painting can be viewed in many lenses, depending on which character you want to follow within Expedition 33. But if we see the translation directly as, "guard the painting, it will find itself without her," this could possibly mean the truth of the canvas will be revealed without Aline's influence and her grief. This track is just beautiful, guys, and while not dense in lore such as Une vie à t'aimer, it does give a glimpse, and people returning to this track after finishing the game may discover further meaning and relate to some of the lyrics after finishing the endings. It wraps around and repeats beautifully, which we'll listen to now.
Ô clair, obscur, trouble, rature, clair, obscur, guardé aux peintures.
Lumiere's inclusion of French words, ancient French, and Latin truly allows it to be cryptic to everyone who steps into this game. It doesn't inherently spoil anything, and in favor, offers a glimpse into French culture, history, referencing Gustave Eiffel, the creator of the Eiffel Tower, and Paris architecture. It's extremely poetic in nature. It's truly introductory. It's placed to suck you into this world and rabbit hole. Now, let's go into the final act and say our farewell to this beautiful track.
Clair obscur, trouble de rature, trouvera effet. Clair obscur, bordé aux peintures, trouvera sans elle. Clair obscur, trouble de rature, trouvera effet. Clair obscur, bordé aux peintures, trouvera sans elle.
Lumière is more than an in-game song, guys. It mourns what's being erased while being hopeful towards a solution. It prepares the player emotionally for Expedition 33's core thesis. Can our merry band of expeditioners survive the apocalypse? It's about legacy, what survives after, for those who come after. Songs, art, memory, and love. And guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed my brief look at this classic. Be sure to like the video, subscribe for more, and I'm going to catch you in the next one. Peace out.